degree is just a stepping stone to help you navigate the world. Sawa? It is a what? A stepping stone. Apart from very professional courses like maybe medicine, law, which other one is very professional? Education. Anything else? Nursing, that is within the medical field. So apart from that, there is something we call on-job training. Who has heard of a job inaitwa business analyst? Who knows who a business analyst is? Anybody? Hakuna watu wa statistics? Yes. Kuja tumbio, kuja nikupe mic. Usiangalie nyuma, kuja nikupe mic. Kuja tumbio, wewe. Kuja. He's going to tell us well who a business analyst is or what a business analyst does. Or something around a business analyst.
Praise God. Ameuliza mwenye ashaisikia. Na mimi sijaisikia.
Anybody who wants to give a try? Yes, yes. Tuko na watu wa statistics hapa? Okay.
Morning. Mr. David Kinuthia. I've heard of DA. Is a professional who assists businesses in making informed decisions.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much. Let us clap for him. So a business analyst is somebody who does analysis. In terms of training, for you to be a business analyst, you need to do either statistics or accounting. Even people who have done accounting can become business analysts. I did BA Kiswahili. I have been a business analyst for 3 years. How did that happen? On-job training. Sawa sawa? On-job training. So mkienda huko nje, it doesn't matter which course you have done or what degree you have done. Steer yourself towards what you want. You need to know what you do, what you want, and then you go towards that direction. Kama si daktari ati lazima uende ukadissect mtu. Nikikufundisha kutumia hii kamera utatumia? Nani akifundishwa kutumia hii kamera hapa hatajua kutumia? Who? So there's something we call on-job training. Let us have that in mind. We can get more details online, yeah? Hi, gentlemen.
Okay. I've introduced myself earlier, and on the basis of interview, I would like to say that one of the things that they look at is experience in your field of study, and the other one is the strengths and the weaknesses that you have, and the other thing that they may be looking at is your adaptability to the organization, your expectations, and critical thinking.
Thank you. Very good points. Please tell us what your weakness is. Yes.
My business was just...
Sorry, your weakness.
Oh, my weakness is to... I have a weakness of forgetting.
Thank you. Let us clap for him. Thank you. So he has given very, very, very good points, yeah? Who can tell me what is adaptability? I'd like to understand what adaptability is. Hata wewe unaweza tuambia, what is adaptability?
Okay, I can answer that. I can say that adaptability is that something that you are trying to cope up. Like maybe you see as students, we have come from various countries. Maybe you have come from a cool place, and you know Tharaka University is very hot. You are adapting, right? That's part of adaptability.
Thank you. Now you can give us your point. So that's correct, yeah? Adaptability is how fast you learn and get used to and blend into the environment that you are. The work environment, the business environment, if you're an entrepreneur. If you are into agriculture and you've come here, you want to do farming, you need to be able to adapt real fast, yeah? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity once again. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Emmanuel Kiprop Kosgei, a student, fourth-year student pursuing Bachelor of Education Science. And I'm also a certified virtual assistant. I do administrative roles. So if you have a job of virtual assistant, I'm here. I applied for administrative at Tharaka University also. So I'll talk about the soft skills. I'll talk about only 4 of them. First of all is proactiveness. You have to be proactive in your workplace. The second one is also leadership. The third one is teamwork. And also you have to have the grit. Like you have to have that perseverance when you are working with your fellow team members and your like that work environment. You have to have that grit and perseverance to work, because we have different goals, and people have come from different places, so maybe you can get that you need that perseverance. And lastly but not least, I can say also having the best communication skill is also some of the soft skills. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let us clap for him. Before we close that chapter, I have a question. Who knows what emotional intelligence is? Yes, the lady. You can just come.
Hello. I'm Justa. Yeah, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is ability to handle people, like to cope with various people's emotion. You know, we are different people.
Thank you. Let's clap for him. Have we heard what she has said? She has said that emotional intelligence is the ability to handle different people with different attitudes. Is that correct? Can we clap for her? Thank you. So, there's something called LinkedIn. Who is on LinkedIn here? Thank you. Quite a number of you. There is something called social media. Nani yako social media? Mko wote? Nani yako TikTok? Nani yako TikTok na kuna 5,000 nice. Unajua unaweza kupata kazi haraka sana. The school should give you some money to do some marketing for them. Are they giving you some money? No. Kwa nini? Yes. Wahande wakupe kazi. Yeah, you have a good following, yeah? So there's also something else called Glassdoor. Anybody who is in there? It's just like LinkedIn, but now like a more of a European sort of. So those are platforms that help you with personal branding. So if you're not on LinkedIn, go on LinkedIn. Kwanza nyinyi hapa mko wengi, muende create profile and you link each other so that mtu akikuja, if you've applied for a job, who has ever applied for a job and the job was asking for their LinkedIn profile? You have, yeah? Yeah. So it's part of networking. Nikitoka hapa nani atakuja kunisalimia personally? Good. So that is how you network. I think this is going to be handled later, but there are several ways that you can get a job, yeah? Unaweza apply online. Nimejua Felicia amefanya BA. Niko na mtu, a friend of mine works in KRA, is looking for a reliever for 6 months. What do? I connect them. You've been here 4 years, hujaienda kusalimia VC. Imagine. You networking. He sits in very high tables. You've not gone to say hi to the dean. You've not gone to say hi to some of your directors or your school heads. How are you networking? So you use all avenues of networking, eh? And let me tell you, the easiest job you can find currently in the current job market is by referral. How do I refer you if I don't know you? Can I? I have a friend of mine, my cousin, amefungua biashara. Anafanya hizi network za IT, sijui zinaitangwa nini. Anatafuta mtu wa IT. Mimi sijui mtu wa IT. Na nimekuwa Tharaka University. Is that a chance lost for some of you who are in IT? So networking is also a very important skill. You can network anywhere. You can network online, you can network offline. Hakuna bali huwezi network. I was in a barrio some time ago when I was doing BA Kiswahili. I saw Professor Kizaka Wamberia. There, I was very tiny. I think I was in second year or something. I saw Professor Kizaka Wamberia. Did I let him go? Do you think I let him go? I didn't. I went and made sure I sat with him. I told him, imagine I'm doing BA Kiswahili. I love reading your books. Sometimes you don't even know which books he's writing. Una chocha. I love reading your books. Hey, kwanza that one, the one you wrote and you wrote Gasheri. I couldn't even remember which one, but I remember people saying he had written a book and he had dedicated it to Gasheri. That one was very insightful. Sometimes you don't even know what you're talking about. But that is how you network. Sometimes you can just make yourself rememberable. Kuchocha. Who has interacted with a politician here? And I want somebody from that side to answer. I've not seen anyone from that side. My right hand side. Who has interacted with a politician, whether for a second, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or has gone to a political meeting? Anybody?
Good morning. Bado ni evening. My name is Moturi Osopa. I have interacted with so many politicians.
Thank you. Thank you for interacting with politicians. Eh? What are some of the characteristics that they have? When you're interacting with them, what do they want mostly? Just come. Save some time.
many politicians, they love to misuse people. That's number one. They want to use you, and then after they are finished using you, they don't want to see you again. Politicians are not leaders. That's number one. Very dangerous animals. They are tigers.
Thank you. That is his experience. Senior. Thank you so much. Anybody else who has a different answer? Please come. Come.
Good morning. Yes, I'm Gideon, and I've interacted with one. This is Governor Nakuru County, into Susan Kiheka. And first of all, they want to know who you are. And they already know you want something. That is one thing I know about them. So they ask, who are you? Like, what do you have? That is your qualification and such. So that they can maybe pin you somewhere. But that is what I know about them. Because they ask, who are you? What do you have? Then they want to know what you.
Okay, morning everyone. Okay, I'm Mary. I've interacted with my area MP, that is Kuria Kimani. Nani amemsikia? Yes, Kuria Kimani. Yeah, one thing they normally like is you being their ambassadors. You go preaching good news about them. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. So politicians want you to be their ambassadors. But he has a very bad experience with them. If you had his experience, would you be a politician's ambassador? Would you? So, a politician is a very powerful person. I remember a while ago, my area MP, Kitambo, I think when my mom was kids, my mom used to tell me, MP wao alimpeleka kwa ofisi, akasema apewe kazi. Na hapo ndio mamangu alipata kazi. Our politicians wako na hiyo power sahi? Do they? Yes, they do. So when you see a politician, enda umumwagie sifa. Sometimes you don't even see what to tell him, but just make up something. Senior, do you have anything to lose? Do you have anything to lose? You do. Yeah. So let me talk about NEA in 2 minutes. So what we do at NEA, basically what I do, we source for job opportunities both in the country and abroad. Yesterday I was making up a list. I don't know whether you have hospitality here, but I was requested to come up with a list of 5 ladies, 5 gentlemen, 10 total applicants to go to Dubai for a waitressing job. Yesterday, ndio nilimaliza hiyo kazi. Yeah, they come regularly. They come all the time. So at NEA, we deal with employment issues. And how do we do it? We do not just source and place. We help you through the application process. You're stuck, you need an ATS compliant CV, we help you. You just need to go online, you search for NEA. Everybody can say here? NEA. You search NEA, you go and create a profile. And then now when we have jobs, we give first considerations to people who are registered on our website. Why? Because for example, if you're going abroad, at the airports, we have our officers there. If somebody maybe from other organizations, because the airport is manned by different institutions, na anasema haukupata kazi, which is the easiest way for us to check whether you got the job or not? The website, because we do shortlisting and placement, and it is updated, yeah. So apart from that, we offer career guidance and counseling and general guidance and counseling. You are an only child or you are the firstborn, umekuja hapa umesoma na shida. Tunasomanga na shida sana, si ni kweli? Ama nyinyi hapa ni mnapeangwa goodies? You mnasoma na help. Ajapeangu goodies. So umesoma na help, unazilipia school fees, ukimaliza. sorry, once you're done with your semester and you go for a short 3-month break, you go and hustle so that you're able to survive through the semester. And then now somewhere along the way you feel, ai hapana, siwezi endelea. Sitaweza kuendelea. So whenever you feel like you need somebody to talk to, you can come to our offices. If you're not able to come to our offices, you go to our website and you book an appointment. And we are a government institution. We do not charge you even 10 shillings for any service. We are paid. We are salaried. We are paid. We serve you well, and we give you a form. You fill after the whole thing is done. You tell us whether you are satisfied with the service or not. So if you had any encounters that you would want to put across, you tell us there. Sawa sawa. So let us make use of National Employment Authority. I'll give you my number just real quick because I'm not able to display it here. You can take my number. When you go there and register, your director, Maureen, my namesake, hey, Maureen amenipea pressure. Aliniambia siwezi kuja hapa bila internship. Aliniambia kama ninakuja, nikuja na nini? Internship. So niko na internship. Tutafanya hiyo story baadaye, sawa? But for me to be able to place you successfully, you need to be registered on our website. We have internship from different parts of the country. So please go ahead and register on there. When you ask for the nearest NEA office, kindly weka Isiolo so that I'm able to know the people on this day were from Tharaka University so that I'm able to allocate those slots to you. Sawa sawa. You can go ahead and change later, but for now, let it remain as Isiolo. Sawa. Yeah. Nani hapa kuna mtu mwenye ako Dubai ama Canada ama Qatar? Do they have beautiful stories? They are bad stories. So when people go abroad and they are stuck with those bad stories, wameharasiwa, wamefanyiwa mambo mbaya mbaya, who do they report to? It is NEA. Sawa sawa. So my number is 07 04 52 4297. 07 kwa ubora wa Kiswahili changu. 0704 52 42 97. Did you catch that? 0704 52 42 97. Please don't call me in the middle of the night. Tafadhali. I'll still pick, but please don't. Sawa. So if you need assistance with anything, you're stuck maybe with the website, you need a CV, you need maybe you have an interview. We also do mock interviews. But personally, I help my people with mock interviews. Umeitwa interview, you don't know what to expect. We can do a mock interview. Sawa sawa. We do mock interviews. You have a sister who is stuck abroad, you don't know how to report. You can report through the website, but sometimes if it's on a Saturday, you can just call me. I'll pick it up. Sawa. But unless it's an emergency, don't call me in the middle of the night. But I'm happy, willing, and able to assist where I am able. Are we okay? Anybody who needs me to repeat the number? We're okay? So I beg to end that there, if that's okay with you guys. Or do you have questions? Sorry, Pole. Questions? Yes, just come. Kuja mbio. If you have a question, just come. Take. Tumalize. Anybody else with a question? I've not seen any activity from this side apart from the gentleman. Can we have somebody come and say something from this side? The gentleman with a blue shirt, wewe. Kuja tu seme kitu. Just so we know we are together.
Okay, thank you. My name is Mesha Okoth, a fourth-year student pursuing Bachelor of Science in Community Development. So we have enjoyed the show, and at least we are enlightened. But there is one part that on my side I'm still not contented with, in that not all of us here are maybe wishing to be, of course we want to be employed, but some will maybe fail to get job opportunities and decide to go for self-employment, self-employed job opportunities. So as NEA, how can we collaborate, or how can you assist maybe those who are starting their own jobs? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe we can hear from him and then
Good morning. I'm Robert Leina, a student, a fourth-year student pursuing Bachelor of Education Arts. I did get an opportunity to talk about politicians, but let me talk a brief about it. I've interacted with some of them, both here locally in school and also elsewhere. Because, for example, I've interacted with Akina Pius, Akina Tulolo. I know their characteristics, and also I've interacted with those back at home. I come from Kilgoris. I've interacted with my area MCA, with my MP. Sometimes they are good people, but sometimes I don't think they are good people. So it depends with how your first interaction with them. So that is it. Secondly, I want to thank you for coming here, and at least you have taught us something. We know how to deal with the world outside there. We are willing to work with integrity. We are ready to work with commitment. We are passionate about working. So I just encourage NEA to continue supporting young people. We welcome you to Tharaka University anytime, any moment, and feel at home.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. A friend of mine aliniambia, ukipata mgeni kwa ofisi ama kwa nyumba, usimwambie feel at home, mwambie feel in my house. Nani aliona ile mimi ya but thank you so much. So in terms of support from there for people who are willing to go towards entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship can be in form of a group. We know youth groups, right? Do we know youth groups? Mali tumetoka kuna na youth groups. Yes. Kitambo time yetu ni miti tulikuanga tunapanda. Siku hizi mnafanyanga nini kwa youth groups? Yote. Ni miti tu? Yote. Oh, zote. So as NEA, we also help, we link entrepreneurs with renowned or successful entrepreneurs for guidance and mentorship. So when you come to our offices and you want to open a business, or you want to start agriculture, or you have something, a very good idea, you are an innovator and you've come up with a very beautiful innovation, we if it's an innovation, we help you source for funds, depending with what it is. Sometimes we source for funds from the government. We have so many government agencies or organizations that deal with that. Who has heard of the Youth Fund? Youth Fund? Mnajua kenye wanafanyanga? Mnajua? Who has had we have MPs. They have that funds they set aside for a few things, yeah? We also have private niliona gari ya KCP. Unajua KCP Foundation? There's something called KCP Foundation. Apart from KCP Bank, there's also KCP Foundation. We have Safaricom Foundation. We have Equity Foundation. So we help you source for funds, among other things. So what we are saying basically is, we have different professionals in there. Si mimi nitafanya hizo vitu zote by the way. We have different professionals. Sawa sawa. So when you come and you need funding, we have people who are paid by the government to do what? To help you with that. Sawa sawa. And do you have another question as
Yes.
I wind up? Yes.
Yeah. Hello, good morning. I'm Getao Maina, taking journalism and mass communication. I just have one question. I'm asking, NEA prepares for do
be job seekers or job providers. And what can you comment on agricultural based, like the agribusiness sector for us as youths? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Agribusiness. Who knows what agribusiness is? What wa business? What wa business? Business. Do we have School of Business and Economics? Yeah. What wa business? Agribusiness ni nini? I don't want to ask people from the agricultural. So agribusiness is naona mnanisekelea mnajua. So agribusiness is also the future. We've seen, who has been to Isiolo, Marsabit? Amjenda Isiolo, wetu to Isiolo hapa Marsabit, Garissa. Mnajua vitunguu zenye mnakula na nyanya, most of them zinatoka huko. You know how dry that place is? Mnasema huko ni dry. It's not saying dry. It is dry. So we encourage agribusiness. We have partners who support people who are doing agribusiness. Of course, most of them will give you support, but in form of loans. But they will give you. And we encourage the youth to take up agribusiness. Hata kama umefanya business, enda apply your knowledge yako ya business wapi? Kwa biashara yako ya ukulima. If you have done accounting, enda hesabu pesa zako pale. Ama accounting si kuhesabu pesa. Ni kuhesabu pesa. Enda zihesabu pale. And lastly, we source for employment opportunities for job seekers. So we support you as a job seeker and through the journey of a job seeker until you are employed. And I'm employed, right? Am I a job seeker? I'm not. Maureen hapa akiniambia kuja tukulipe mita sitakuja. Sintakuja. So whether you have a job or not, you're still a what? A job seeker, because you can get greener pastures, like it is very green. I don't even need this. You can always get greener pastures. So we support you as a job seeker through the job seeking journey, and if we get an opportunity that is fitting you. So we actually do personality tests. Most of our collaborators will want us, before tukupeane huko tunapeana na personality test to see how fit you are with that organization because of organizational culture and all that. So we do personality tests. Ndio tuku link up na employer. So we are a circle. Hatuna mwanzo, hatuna mwisho. We can start anywhere and we can stop anywhere. Hata kazi za majuu. Nani ameona wakizunguka wakiemploy? Wamekuja Tharaka University? Hawajakuja? I'm sure watakuja. Before July, they will be here. So kazi majuu will also do that. Sawa. With all that, I've taken up a lot of time. Thank you so much, guys, and I wish you all the best. Please, tukimaliza mkuja mnisalimie, tuongee kidogo. I like to talk to young people and see what they're thinking about and see how we can help each other. Sawa? Thank you.
Thank you.
So let us have some high factorial for Maureen. You know Maureen is just like Maureen, like talking. Just Maureen. You know how the one way to approach a person, like now how good it was easy for me to approach Maureen because it's just so the mistake with the National Employment Office now here in Meru and this region is that she is called Maureen, just like Maureen. So it was easy for me to convince her that Maureen, don't feel ni somo, kwanza namuita hapo somo kwa hivyo hiyo yote, anaona hakuniangusha. And then those others who I approached, the good thing is that they had a unique name which I have never had. Hey, unamwambia hilo jina, hey. So from the name, So before we go to the next person, the next speaker, that is Jay, let us at least appreciate Maureen with 5 factorial claps. 1, 2, start. Thank you. I know it is not over. We are going to interact more with the students. But before that, let me invite our VC for some announcement.
Thank you. I think there are people who entertained us here. Like Mundo alikuja na karatasi. Alikuwa anataka support. So I'm going to support each one of them with the 100,000. And the Tharaka University song was very nice, right? So we wanted to go viral.
Wow. Basi ni kujiongea. Leo ni siku ya nini? Job. Sina hao wanapata leo. So congratulations as we wait for the other lucky people to get. So let's now take this opportunity to welcome. Now listen. Jay Waleba is coming and he is coming to tell you how you can present yourself. Be keen because after that we will have those you will use those skills so that you can know who yours is going to be lucky. So let's first of all clap for those who are lucky now. Our first group today, the entertaining team. Can you have 3 factorials for them? 1, 2, start. And now let's also appreciate our VC for making this day more colorful and we wait for the colors to come. So with how many factorials? Wanasema 7. Aya, can you do them? 1, 2, go. Wow, that's wonderful. Now, Jay, your master. Let's do something. Okay, that's it. You will be watching some presentations, those grades.
Hello. Good morning. How are you? Who are those people? Now, my name is Walemba. Walemba J. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called JCVs. So JCVs is a company that enhances employability, prospects of job seekers, starting from university graduates, high school leavers, CEOs, politicians, and so many more. We've been existing for the last 6 years. This is our 7th year. And so far, we've done 50,000 plus CVs for several people globally. Most of my clients are in the UAE. I had Maureen talk about Dubai, and I was like, that is where now most of my clients are. And I believe that by the end of this session, we will be able to have, everyone will be able to have their own CVs. There's a practical session of 30 minutes where we'll have to write our CVs, right? And so I'm going to give you tips on how to do CVs and cover letters and even something about interview skills. 3 years ago today, I was a speaker at Chuka University, talking to 4th years as well. That was in 2022, March 11. And when I got this call to be here today, it was an honor because I think Chuka is your sister university, right? Mother University. Okay, so it was a great honor to be here. And through the talk we had last time, I've had several of the attendees that were there get something. And I helped on board a few into the industry. So you are able to see the screens? Yeah? So for those who will not be able to see the screen, I'll be giving information about what I'll be presenting. So apart from managing JCVs, I've also worked with the ILO as a consultant on employability, where I've been training on job site skills, CV writing, job applications, specifically measuring on refugee areas. So I've been in Kakuma, I've been in Dadaab as well, and we had 100% transition in all the areas. So I believe that as I speak today, we are going to be transformed, and as I leave this place, and the gap I saw is that there are several people that are very well qualified in terms of their papers, they are very well qualified in terms of the experience they have, but they cannot be able to put this experience on paper. And that's why I've asked the question, how many of us have a CV that is 3 pages, 4 pages? And I've seen some of you have that. And when you're doing CVs, the maximum we go, whether you have 100 years experience or 1 year experience, the maximum we can do is 4 pages, maximum. So if you have, you are looking for internship and you have a CV that is 3 pages, then there's a problem. But I'll be here to solve that problem today. So number one thing that employers are looking for, they are looking for skills. Technical skills and soft skills. I've heard some of you talk about the soft skills, but the technical skills are skills that are gained through the experience that you have. So if you go, if you are anyone in HR, we have HR people here. Oh, so kumbe hakuna mtu nitapea internship. Sawa. Sasa yamepatikana. Now, technical skills are skills that are gained through on-job experience, and they vary from one profession to another. If you are a HR person, if you are an IT person, your skills, technical skills are totally different. Employers are also looking for soft skills. I've heard you talk about emotional intelligence, communication skills, interpersonal skills, time management skills, problem-solving skills. Those are soft skills that employers are looking for. Now, for you to be able to gain these skills, I know some of you will ask me that I don't have any experience. What can I put on my CV? Sindio? Muna expect you mko na hiyo swali, sindio? So now, experience that you have, for me, I have a team of 4 employees, and I've come with one, the others wamebaki kwa ofisi. And what I do is that when I'm recruiting, I mostly recruit people who come to me and tell me that I would like to volunteer to gain skills. I would like to, because as you talked about having 100,000 plus people exit the market, and the market is so competitive. So what are some of the things that will make you stand out in this market? So the number one thing you need to understand is that you need to value the skills more than the money at this point. When you all go for interviews, I know someone will ask you your salary expectation. Najua mtasema 100,000, some will say 50,000. But this organization is only able to give you a stipend. But there's someone that will come and say that for now I'm not keen on the salary, I'm keen on gaining the skills that so that I can be able to grow my profession. So that is something that you should always have at the back of your mind. When going for an interview, mko at 50 men interview only for 1 or 2 positions. So what can make that employer hire you instead of the other person? So pesa sahi msieke mbele. Put the skills, get the skills, and then with the skills and extra skills upskilling, you'll be able to get that job. Number 2 thing the recruiter is looking at is relevant working experience. So I've said that most of us, I know we've not gone for internship, maybe attachment, we've only done attachment, or some of us do not have that. So the experience on your CV must not always be career related. Meskia hapo. Anything that you are doing, whether you call prefect from 1 or primary, that is experience that you gained. And what are the skills that you're gaining from that? You are gaining leadership skills, right? And employers are looking for leadership skills. They want you to be leaders in that organization. You join the company, 10 of you as interns. They want someone to be leading that team. And through your leadership skills you gain from high school or even primary, you are able to get the opportunity. So when you're developing your CV, you can have, if you don't have any other experience, you can have the high school experience or the primary experience as a prefect, cover part of your CV as your job experience. Then once you start getting relevant experience, hizi zingine tunaenda tukidrops, right? So you don't have to have the prefect experience after 5 years of working experience. So you can just have that because you do not have any relevant experience at this point. The other thing employers are looking for, they are looking for someone that can be able to fit in the culture. So you call them the cultural fit. Are you able to fit in this culture? I know for those that are in employment, for those that are in the corporate space, we have an issue with dealing with Gen Zs, and these are particularly the Gen Zs that we're dealing with at the workplace. So there are demands that organizations are looking for. So when you get into an organization, you don't just bring your culture in the organization. You have to get in the organization, hata kama wewe ni mtu wa kuvaa Crocs, but the first time going for an interview, you need to be smart, right? So as you get into the organization and continue working, you now start learning on the culture of that organization. It's quite siku ya kwanza unakuja. There are some of you that come for interviews with Crocs and even inaitwa aje torn jeans ama inaitwa nini? Yeah, ragged jeans. So you come with it in the interview, and that is now the first impression. Will someone hire you because of that? Will you hire yourself? Yeah? So that is the question you should always ask yourself when going for an interview, because just like you can also be an employer, will you hire yourself if you have that kind of dress code? Then the other thing we're looking at as employers, we're looking at the academic qualification. What are your qualifications, and do you have any other extra skill? For me, when I'm hiring now at my office, what we do is that we look for the extra skill that you bring on board. We look for the attitude. Are you able to learn? Are you open to going an extra mile so that you can improve on your performance? So having an extra skill, I've heard people talk about AI, I've heard people talk about digital skills, I've heard people talk about data science. Those are the skills that employers are looking for. And as you exit the school, you need to be looking at what are the current trends. What are the current trends in the job market? When you look at, you need to align your career with what the current trends are. Now, how many of us are here that and are doing a course ya mzazi? Kunao, sindio? How many are doing a course that they chose for themselves and they were picked? Na wengine? Mzazi. Now, one thing is that when you exit the market, I've had Maureen talk about CCI, and I've referred several people to CCI who are working there currently. And what happens in the job market is that when you leave this place, you get out there, the first job you get, mostly people get jobs with the bank as direct sales reps. People get jobs as call center agents, and then we get so comfortable. Yeah, we don't have skill. We get so comfortable. We realize that we had a career only when we block the job. Now, by the time you are losing a job, it's 3 or 4 years. In 3 years, umekuwa ukipata mshahara 100,000. So you've set your life at 100,000, sindio? Now you are exiting your job as a sales rep, but umefanya walimu, ama umefanya accounting. Will you go back and start as an intern? Yeah? Ama utaamua njia ni depression. So as we leave this place, we need to be aware that the job market is very competitive. And sometimes you'll get the job even within the first month of your exit at this place. But you're getting into sales. What is your next plan? So you need to have clear career goals. As much as I'm getting into sales, I need to be able to upskill. If sales is something that you love, you might get into sales and feel very comfortable and love it. You need to have to upskill and get a course in sales, so that you can be as well competitive with the other people in that industry, and as well you can be able to grow your career, even through promotions. So we need to make sure that as we exit, we are set clear career goals. I want, by the time I'm hitting the first 3 years, I should be in my mid-level management, in the mid-level management. By the time I'm hitting 5 years, I should be a manager, right? So having clear career goals will help you go far. And some of us will do our masters immediately after university, after the degree, before even you start working. I know the teachers will encourage that, but for me, I'll not encourage that. I'll want you to understand what the industry trends are, get into the market first, understand the industry trends, identify your needs, and then you can be able to proceed for the masters, when now you have a clear goal on what you want to do with that. So, preparing for the job market, number one thing we need to do, we need to understand the current job market. Understanding the current job market. I run several platforms online for just posting jobs on daily basis. A channel that I run on WhatsApp. It's barely 1 year, and we have over 20,000 followers as of now. And we also now do talks every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. just talking about career alignment, talking about things that are affecting job seekers. And these sessions are purely free. Why we do this is because I've had interactions with job seekers and I know the problems they go through. So as they go through these issues, I'm able now to help them navigate through the issues through now the platform that we offer. So number 2 thing you need to do, you need to do a self-assessment. You're able to see it? Doing self-assessment basically means that you need to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Now, if your weaknesses can affect your career, then it means that you need to work on those weaknesses so that now they can become strengths. If your career is demanding in a way that now it will want you to have specific skills, like now data science or data analysis. Even in HR now we have HR metrics, where now you have to use data to be able now to drive and make decisions that are relevant to what the company is looking at. Then the other thing is building your skills. As an employer, what I do is that I always tell my team to build their skills. And sometimes I tell them that leo ni siku yako ya kusoma. As you get a course on LinkedIn, get a course on Allison, so that you can be able to improve your skills and even be part of the market standards, what the market is looking for. So to see the kwamba, because I did a course in IT, then you remain there. People are studying day in, day out, and they're improving their skills and even becoming more marketable. Now, the other thing is to update your resume and cover letter. As I've said that you have CVs, I'll be talking about that shortly. I'll be narrowing that down on that shortly. Then leverage on your networks. I've been able to get so many jobs. The job I got with the International Labour Organization was through a network on LinkedIn. And so make sure that in any, I know out here we have professional forums for every profession. If you have any event for HR people, for accountants, for community development professionals, make sure that you attend these events. Sometimes you have to invest to be able to create that network. What we need to understand is that 70% of the jobs will never be posted anywhere. 70% of the jobs will be gotten through networks and referrals. So make sure that you have a clear networks. Then online job search, leverage on that. For those that are on LinkedIn, you need to do that. Then interview preparation. When you prepare for interview, it becomes the most simple thing to do anytime, anywhere. Because now you have the skills and you have the confidence to be able to tell the potential employer that this is me and I can be able to do what you're looking for, solve the problems the company has through ABC. So what are some of the things you need to do when preparing for interviews? So before the interview, number one thing you need to do, you need to research about the organization. I've had people come for interviews and they even don't have their CVs. Wanakwambia kama unaweza printia CV pale kwa kampuni, something that is not very okay, will not go well with any employer. Understanding the role that you've been invited for. Number three, you need to gather necessary materials for the interview. Then dress code. Someone said as well about dress code. Always dress appropriately. And then the last thing, before the interview, you need to arrive on time. Arrive early. at least 30 minutes before the interview so that you can familiarize with the place, you can look around and understand part of the culture for that organization. Then during the interview, what you need to do, you need to smile and maintain eye contact. Number 2, you need to listen actively. If you've not heard the question well, you have every right to ask the recruiter or the interviewer to repeat the question again. Then provide specific examples when responding to answers. So now, the best part of the interview is that you need to respond to the interview with, the best way to respond to the interview is using specific examples, especially if you've had experience in that specific skill that they're looking for. So for example, they're talking about, tell us about your event planning skills. And you are part of the team that planned this event today. So you'll have to give a scenario that while I was at school at Tharaka University, I was part of the team that planned the Form 4's, the final year's career fair. I did ABC. If you did, you sent invitations to the guests. If you're the person that was looking at the logistics in terms of the tents and everything, talk about it. And then it makes the recruiter relate so easily with what you're talking about and how they can be able to have that help the company moving forward. Then ask insightful questions. So questions about salary should not come at this point. In an interview, ask insightful questions, questions about the job and not questions about you yourself. If you want to be leaving work at 4 because you're going to school, let those questions come after you have the contract. Then speak clearly and with enthusiasm. Avoid questions about salary and benefits in the first interview. This one will be a red flag. You're not concerned about the organization and the job, you're concerned about yourself. Then after the interview, reiterate your interest and fit for the role. Well, at that point, they're asking you about if you have any question for them, you can ask questions. If you don't have a question, just reiterate your interest in that position. Then mention something specific from the interview. If you feel that there was a specific part of the interview that caught your eye, you can mention that. Then send a thank you note. How many of us have ever gone for interviews? How many of us have ever sent a thank you note? Ulituma? For sure. Iko kwa email, eh? Eh? Iko kwa LinkedIn? I'll be looking at it nikimaliza presentation. So. Then, writing CVs. Now, a CV is your marketing document. This person has not seen you, they have not heard you, but they are giving you an opportunity out of 1,000 applicants to interview with you so that you can be able to understand how your skills will be able to help the company. So, for example, at this point, when I advertise for a position of an intern in HR, or accounting, or even IT, within the next 2 hours, you'll have more than 1,000 applications. If you need one person, how many people should you interview for that position? Yeah? How many people? 5. A maximum of 10, right? So if you need one person, you might interview a maximum of 10. While I'm applying jobs 1,000, will I be able to go through all the CVs? One thing that you should always remember and do: apply for a job immediately you see it. Job seekers kule nje tunawapigia simu, nawaambia uko na CV yako, nataka utume mahali ama unitumie nitume mahali. Anakwambia niko nje ya nyumba, nitarudi jioni nikutumia CV. Na unajua simu yenu mmejaza videos, you even downloaded some movies kwa simu. How big is your CV that it cannot be stored in your phone? So make sure you have your CV everywhere you go. Use it as your ID. So apply for a job immediately you see it. So number 1, I'll be talking about now practical CV. I'll be showing an example on the screen later. So I'll be talking about a practical CV. So a CV should be very short and precise. Now, if you have done, how many of us have gone for attachments?
All of us.
All of us. How many on their CVs have any achievements? Hakuna kitu mlifanya huko? How many have any achievements during the attachment? Oh, we have 2. Uko sure? So. Now, if you have any job experience, whether it is for attachment 3 months, at least you should have an achievement on your CV. How many have heard about 8-year system? Ijafika huku? Umesikia sahi? Now, how many have ever applied for a job by creating a profile online and then uploading their CVs? How many have ever applied for an internship at Safaricom? Unainua mkono umeogopa. Hiyo confidence ndio tunataka confidence. So how many have ever applied for internships at DHO or EABL? When you want to apply wapi? Kwa county? You all want to work in the county? Now, when you're applying for a job, for example, with companies like Safaricom, how many have ever applied for jobs with the UN? Apply job wapi? Ama mnapeleka and delivery? Ama mna-apply to NANEA? Now, if you're applying for a job where you have to create a profile, there's what you call the 8-year system. So the 8-year system is the applicant tracking system. And the work of the applicant tracking system is to be able to help the recruiter screen the CVs. And then when screening these CVs, they are looking for specific keywords in the CV. Your CV must be able to score at least 80% before it gets to a human being. Huh? Your CV should be able to score at least 80%. So when it's looking at matching the words, the keywords on the CV and the job description, it should at least score 80%. If it doesn't score 80%, that's where you get automated reply. Ile automated reply inakwambia, do not reply to this message. Wamekwambia kwamba, we are sorry, thank you for submitting your application, but we have proceeded with other candidates. The only thing they don't tell you is that we have proceeded with other serious candidates. Now, wanaona hiyo litakuwa lugha mbaya, lakini that's what basically they mean. So for you to be a serious candidate, you must be able to ensure that your CV goes through the 8-year system. And there are several tools online that can help you match your CV until now it is 8 years compliant. Nani ameandika date of birth kwa CV yake? Kuna mmoja? Mwingine? No. Now, the first part of a good CV is the name and contact details. So when you're talking about the name and contact details, you're talking about your official names. Walemba J, if you have the PO box address, you can talk about PO box this and this, then telephone number, then email. Now, shida utokea pale kwa email. Email, unaleta ile email ulikuwa unatumia kwa shule, ile ya social media, ile ya TikTok. Al-Shabaab at nice baby at, right? So now, make sure that your email is very official. Your email should be very official. And when you look at some of us with Gmail, I don't know if you know that that photo on your Gmail account, yeah, the photo on your Gmail account, unaonekananga ile pande nyingine. Umeweka jina vizuri, Walemba J, lakini kwa pande nyingine naona paka. Yeah? So make sure you have an official photo on your email. When you send an email even to the school administration, they see that photo. So make sure if you are called Walemba J, the photo appearing there should be for. As number 2 part of the CV is what you call now the professional summary. So we don't have any information like date of birth on the CV. We don't have marital status, the gender, religion on the CV, no. Unless they have been asked for. And it is very rare for them to ask for such information. So the professional summary gives a clear picture of who you are professionally. And as I'm saying this, you need to understand that page 1 of your CV is what makes me go to page 2 of your CV. I know some of you are told that a long CV is a good one. I remember the late Professor Magoha had a CV that was 92 pages. Yeah? Mlikuwa mjazaliwa? So, now, when you have a good CV, what happens is that a recruiter takes approximately 30 seconds to go through one CV. So CV yako kama page 1, I let Shangwe, I move to the next CV. So the summary should be able to tell us who you are and what kind of skills you have. I'm a recent graduate or a continuing student in human resource management. I've experience in as an attaché, where I've been able to gain skills in recruitment and selection, policy development, leave management, and office administrative skills. I possess excellent communication and interpersonal skills, and I'm eager to gain an opportunity in this specific industry. So if you are doing things like analytical chemistry, where now specifically looking for roles in a manufacturing environment, you need to mention that on your summary, that professional summary. So number 3 part is what you call now the technical or core competences or the signature skills or areas of expertise. Now, I've said that the technical skills, because we've all gone for internship, attachment, sorry. We all have technical skills. Right? There are those skills that you've learned during your attachment. They should come here. And these skills are what the ATS system is looking at. I'll be giving you some of the sites that can help you now merge your CV and be able to create an ATS compliant CV. The number 4 part is now what you call the academic and professional qualifications or academic qualifications. How many of us have professional qualifications? Who can tell me the difference between professional and academic qualifications? Sir, you can help him with the mic.
So my name is Steven. I tried. So professional qualifications, like for example, you are attached to a particular professional. I'm an insurance student. Maybe I can be attached to art. And academic qualifications is the levels of education that you have gone through, like for example, the primary education, secondary and tertiary education level.
Thank you so much for that. That is the right answer. So professional qualifications are qualifications that will help you get membership to a professional body. For those in accountant, we have CPA. For those in HR, we have CHRP. For those in procurement, we have CIPS. Anyone doing project management? Do you have people in project management? Community development, right? They can get a course in professional qualification in project management, the PMI. So now, so if you have the 2, professional and academic, you have them there. So professional academic qualifications are university, degree, and high school. At this point, we do the 2, university and high school. So you have the course that you are taking, the school, the university, and then the years you have been there. I joined in 2013, you're leaving in 2017. The number 5 part is the work experience. Now, the work experience should be able to give us a clear view of what time you took in that organization. There are people that will write that I work 2020 to 2021 might be 2 months. 2020 to 2021 might be 2 years. Or it might be one year. So when recruiters are recruiting, when you look at job requirements, you'll find that they're looking for someone with 1 year experience, 2 years experience. But if you've written 2020 to 2021, how many years are those? Yeah? How many years are those? So, for any CV, for you to be able to, for your CV to be able to go through the 8-year system, it must have the months. So include the months in your CV. So you might have worked in an organization from January 2020 to December 2021. Or from December 2020 to January 2021, which are 2 months. So it will really help the system to be able to shortlist you. Now, you highlight the name of the organization that you're working for, Tharaka University, and then the position you're holding in that organization, and then the duration, as we've said. Then you can be able to list the responsibilities. And after you list the responsibilities, especially for the most recent role, you can have a section for achievements after that. Now, achievements does not mean that you save the company millions only. At our level as interns, we might have very little achievements, but at least an achievement that that is quantifiable. You might have just done a recommendation. Umeingia kwa ile organization ukapata kwamba they are using a manual system to store their records. Then you make a recommendation that there's a system that I've seen at this place that is very affordable and can be able to help you store records well. So through that recommendation, if the company adopts it, that's an achievement. You can have it in your CV, and now you can talk about how did it affect the performance of that organization. So you can talk about it improved the records archival and retrieval by 10%. So the 8-year system is as well looking for quantifiable achievements on your CV. So any achievement should have a positive effect. Then, if you have more than 3 roles, I would really advise that you do 1, 2, 3 roles. If you have more than 3 roles, now you can have a short topic, or sorry, a short subheading, other positions held. Then you can list the other positions held there. Now, if you have any other training, apart from now your professional training and academic training, you can have those trainings as short topic as well, notable trainings undertaken, or even seminars that were attended, and then list the seminars and trainings there. Then the last thing is the referees. Now, I had Maureen talk about some of you have been here for 4 years and never even say hi to the VC or even the dean. But when you leave school, you write them as your referees. Yeah? Atakukumbuka kweli? Now, always make sure that you have professional referees. And remind your referees that you've applied for a job and they are your referees. Even if it means buying them tea every month, so that they don't forget. Yeah? Always remind your referees that you've applied for a job and they are your referees. And make sure that if you have any work experience, your first referee should be your most recent supervisor. Sawa. How many referees should we have on our CVs?
3.
Yes. So a maximum of 3 and a minimum of 3. Right? Then the other thing, for those that have been in recruitment, and I know Maureen will agree with me, most of us, I don't know where we get this, we name our CVs as curriculum vitae, we name our CVs as null, wengi sana. So now, your CV should always have your name. Walemba J, CV. When you saw that document, when you are downloading the documents during shortlisting, you might find that there's something that Jay had, a skill that can help him now come into the shortlist. But because we've all named our CVs as curriculum vitae, nani atarudi kuangalia hizo CV? Na mtu atarudi kuangalia. So now you miss out on an opportunity because your CV is not well labeled. The other thing that you should have on our CVs is a page number. Pale chini ukiandika page number, make sure as well you do your name. JCV's CV, page 1. JCV's CV, page 2. Sorry, J Walemba CV, page 2. Now, I'm saying this because sometimes we apply for jobs with on hand delivery. Tunapeleka pale nini kwa chief tuweze kuchukuliwa kuhesabu kura, si ndio? Na unapata ofisa sita wa chief amekuja amegonga hiyo meza, CV zikaanguka. Page yako ya CV page 2 imeanguka, imeshikanishwa na ya mtu mwingine page 2. Now because they are looking at page 2 ndio iko na qualifications, unapata mtu mwingine ameitwa sababu ya qualifications zako. Na wewe sababu CV yako imeshikanishwa na yake, yeye alifanya tu primary. Una? So your CV should be well numbered. Sindio? Is there anything that I've not talked about that you want to have on your CV? Given an opportunity, how long can you take to make your CV? 2 hours? Kwani ni ya nani hiyo? Uko na experience miaka ngapi? These people behind here will be looking at your CVs. So wale hawana CV tutafanya aje? You can even do your CV on a paper so that now you can be able to show them. Unataka haya mtu anaona, si ndio? So I think with that information you can be able to get a good CV, si ndio? Yeah? Are there any questions on the CV? Now, she has a question. Someone here has a question.
Good morning once again.
Good morning.
I'm called Joelita. I have a question on CV. Is it a must that it should include a photo, a professional?
Oh, sorry. I missed out on the common mistakes on my CV. So number 1, the name and biodata. The information about your religion, information about your gender, information about national ID should not be on your CV. So a photo is only included if you are in the media industry or the hospitality industry, especially for those applying for jobs in the UAE. But Kenya, wewe kama IT person, tunataka picha yako ya nini? We need your skills more, right? So make sure that your CV can only have a photo if it is going up global. You're applying for the jobs in the UK, you're applying for jobs in the US. Dubai, lazima. Dubai, it's a must that you have your photo there. So, but based on the profession, we don't need CVs on some professions, especially the technical professionals, unless you're in the media industry. I think that is okay and clear. So I'll talk about how many have heard about cover letters? How many have heard about application letters? Hakuna kitu mmesikia? How many have heard about application letters? Cover letter? Who can tell me the difference? Anyone who can tell me the difference between a cover letter and an application letter? Now, a cover letter is an application letter that is customized to fit that specific position. And because I said that a CV goes through the ATS system, the same way a cover letter goes through the ATS system. So while doing a cover letter, it's very okay for you to pick some keywords from the CV, from the job description, and have them in the cover letter. So we only have one screen, right? I thought I should maybe show you an example of a cover letter, as well as CV. Are you able to see it? Yeah? Not visible. Technical guys. Now, as they sort the issue out, a cover letter should always be one page. And it should have 3 parts. So number 1 part of a cover letter should be the, are you able to see it? Are you able to see it? So a cover letter should have 3 parts. So the number 1 part is the pale juu already you have your address and the person you're sending to. So after that you have the introduction statement, which is now the first paragraph, talking about the introduction. I'm interested in applying for this position in your organization as an accountant. I believe that my experience, my 5 years experience in the manufacturing industry, now when I'm talking about manufacturing industry because in the requirements you might have seen something talking about they're looking for someone from specific industry. So make it clear that now you're picking the keyword from the manufacturing industry, you're picking this word from the job description and pressing it into the cover letter so that now you can be able to pass through the ATS system. Then the second paragraph is talking about now your skills and how they align to that organization. And this is also the paragraph that you can as well highlight about an achievement that you've had previously in relation to that position that you're going for. Then the third paragraph now is the conclusion. Talk about your interest to meet the organization or even the interest to meet them in an interview and explain how your skills fit their requirement for that position. Then you sign off. Pale chini unaandika yours faithfully or yours sincerely, then sign off. I think I'll be sending the CV and the cover letter to Miss Maureen here so that she can as well share it with you. That is okay, right? Okay, thank you so much. Beg to end at that point.
Thank you so much, Jay. That is also another crucial information for us. So let us have 5 factorial clap to appreciate the presentation. 1, 2, start. Thank you so much. Now, it has come for a time for you. In the program, we have said that it is a time for the recruitment. Your chance. Apply now, like the 4 years. But before we come there, I will also have our guests who are coming to the respective faculties also greet you. How are we going to do this recruitment? We will have our guests come and maybe mention the areas they have, because we want their qualification for you to come here today. Nisikuje mkono tupu. Si Maureen amewaambia? So, they are going to announce the areas they have, and because now you have been taught on how to apply. A cover letter 1 page, the CV yenu, kwa hivyo kileta ma CV mingi na sasa tuko na 30 minutes. Do you think that we have time to read for 5 pages CV? Ama page 10. So you have to be brief as you can to express yourself na pia usiache kitu. Sawa? So they are going to declare for some positions here where we'll have some, as we get some entertainment. We'll give you like that 20 to that minutes to do those applications, and then after you have done application, I will announce maybe respective faculties where you are going, and by the time you are through with your faculty, like another 1 hour, we will have sorted it out. They will have sorted out. They are the employers for today, and now the closing ceremony is all about announcing the lucky people today, together with the ones which we see as identified, and then we call it a day. Then others who don't get a chance today, you have been directed how to go, where to go and how to do it. Because you are not going to the day you are going to graduate, that is when you are going to apply for a job. So, do application now, go to your respective faculty, let them write for you a recommendation that you are through with your coursework waiting to graduate. And please, those who want you at that level, they will also consider you. So let me take this opportunity to invite Dr. Caroline. And before that, let me continue with the TSC so that when Caroline comes, will be followed with even then all those other speakers and then declare the position. The TSC, sikumwambia declare hapa leo because nyinyi mko na procedures. Walimu, hi, walimu. Hi, lakini when you are a teacher, it's not a must you be a teacher, sivyo? Ukisikia hizi zingine ziko sawa. So let me invite Mr. Paul. to say hi and give maybe a comment.
Thank you so much, our MC, our VC, DVC, all the leaders, the dean, and the 4th years, 3rd years, 2nd years, and the 1st years. Hamjambo. Hamjambo. God is good. Yes, like I was introduced, my name is Kegaya, and I'm very humbled to be in your presence. I am here from the Ministry of Education, and I'm told that from here we go to our specific department. Am I communicating? Yes. Am I communicating? Yes. Aye, so I think we shall meet at that point, and we talk about our house. Otherwise, I want to congratulate everybody for coming this far. Coming this far has taken a lot of sweat. God bless you.
Thank you so much. We are really just the time. Now, I also take this opportunity to have my sister there. Kali Joki. And now, the business.
Good afternoon. It's really hot. I don't know. It's so hot. Somebody should have told me after about boots. But anyway. So my name is Skylar Joki. I am a HR practitioner. And I'd say I'm an employer. Yes. So if you meet me outside, I could give you a job. You never know. Yeah. And I'd work with my number. My number 07 12 93 58 22. Only for purposes related to career. So I think we'll be speaking to you afterwards to respective groups. So we'll meet there and speak to you more.
A clap. Everyone, 3 factory. 1 to go. And also we have not clapped for Mr. Paul. Let's appreciate it with 3 factory, please. 1 to go. Thank you so much. Now I take this opportunity again to invite Dr. Caro. And now, when Dr. Caro comes here, you say hi. You'll have more time with the Flynn, Factor Flynn. You say hi and you declare the positions you have. Then we have others also coming to declare. And then after that, I will give you an opportunity to apply as I tell you the respective places where you're going to meet the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. I'll stand here on the protocol that is existing. Good afternoon. Hamjambo. Najua kuna joto sana, tunaonekana kwamba tumechoka, lakini ni saa 6 tu kule nje. That is how it feels. Scared? Please don't. You need to be resilient. Thank you, Maureen. My name is Caroline Kundu. Kundu. I come from Western Kenya. And it's my first time to be in Tharaka. Except for the heat I think Tharaka is a good place, and I want to come back. For sure, I want to come back. Thank you. Let me just give you a brief about myself. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit more biased to the people in the agriculture space because that's where I belong. Wale wanafanya agriculture, AJED and animal health, those are my friends. So the program indicates that I'm from Isipe. If you don't know what Isipe is, I don't want to give you all the details. But Isipe is a complex attached to IFBC. Before I went there, I worked with Calro. You know Calro? Yes. I don't know where you have the nearest Calro center here. Embu, quite some distance. I worked with Calro in Kakamega for quite some time. That was the first place I got employed with my first degree that I got 2005. You were still just beginning to walk, or some of you were just being born. So in the year 2005, I was a fourth-year student like you, and I walked through that journey. So I've worked with Calro as a trainee. Yes. I progressed to be an assistant researcher. I became a researcher. I became an administrator. I worked as a deputy institute director. I've worked as a center director. So I've gone through all those ranks. Do you think it is easy? It is not easy. So it requires a lot of focus, a lot of resilience, a lot of determination, knowing where you want to go. So your destination should tell you the means. You want to go to Embu, you choose whether you want to fly or you will go by road or you will go, I don't know by which means. Whether it's matatu, you take a shuttle or you take a bus, so long as you get to Embu, the choice is yours. So having said that, I have some opportunities at Calro, but unfortunately is for animal health students. But the caveat is they need serious people. I can look at you and I will tell whether you are serious or not, as well as IT skilled people. So if you don't fit there, please don't even bother. I just put it plain here, don't even bother. There's a guy there who asked about agripreneurship. At ICP also we have lots of protocols, so that one might require some time for me to penetrate through. But we also train people there on fertilizer, organic fertilizer businesses. You can also do, I don't know if you know black soldier fly. You've heard of it? I did, black soldier fly. Animal health, black soldier fly. You've heard of it. Please tell your friends about it. So if there's anybody who is interested in probably getting into the business of organic fertilizer or animal feed or whatever, ICP offers that and is fully sponsored. So if you have somewhere to stay, they can host you for 1 week and then you come out there with those skills that you can go now and get into agripreneurship. The speakers spoke, but they forgot to mention, of course, we have ambitions when we get to 4th year. We feel, personally I felt when I finished, I'm not going to take any job that is not giving me 30,000 that time. Shock on me, I got out there and there were no jobs. The first job I got was teaching. I taught in a high school and I was being paid 5,000. But I survived, yes. 5,000 that time was a little bit, you would say it helped. So don't have those expectations that when you get out there, you want to talk about, you want to be paid. Sometimes it's good to volunteer. Volunteer, get into the system, see how the system operates. So whenever an opportunity comes, because you are already in there, you will be the first to be given that opportunity. That is what I will tell you. And it is the truth. I personally volunteered when I was a third-year student in Chiromo. Do you want to know what I was doing? I was putting soil in those potting bags. Yes, I would get dirty. Kuchukua udongo na kuweka kwa those potting bags for planting flowers and trees. That is what I was doing. And I did it for a very long time. That's how I developed my interest in agriculture. And it was easy for me because after that, whoever I was approaching for opportunities, they were coming. And luckily, I think I got a job with Kari immediately after that. And that's how I've managed to progress. So find time, even within the university here, if there's a place you can volunteer, but you have to be passionate about it. Don't force yourself. If it is something you feel passionate about, just go and volunteer. And I know your lecturers here will not allow you that chance to volunteer. Because sometimes we sit back, we become too comfortable, we don't know what is happening out there. Trust you me, in plainly black and white, it is not easy. Mimi sitaki niwadanganye kwamba itakuwa rahisi. Of course it will be easy for some of us. The other thing is try and get maybe opportunities if you can succeed and then go and do your masters. It is highly welcome because even those masters opportunities are also things that are out there for us who are in research. So if you are passionate about progressing immediately, those things are there. Those are things we can also talk about. And I want to say that because my colleague there said that you need to understand the job market. But you also need to know where do you want to be. So if you progress, do your master's, do your PhD, then clearly you will find yourself in academia and research, which is still okay. So it is good also when those opportunities come, don't refuse them. So be open-minded. All these opportunities, they are out there. Just know where you want to be. And the other thing I also want to mention to you is you can never shine or stand out when you are in a crowd. You must stand out alone as an individual. That is how you came here alone. That is how you will live here. But if you have friends who you reason together and can influence one another, there are people here who are in education, there are people who are in IT. Figure out what you can do. You are Gen Zs. We fear so much when we are dealing with Gen Zs, to be honest, because you people have showed us things. This world is revolving around technology and innovation. Instead of doing all those TikTok things, use that social media to do something productive. Of course, maybe TikTok can pay you, I don't know, but use that social media. Those who are in research, I'm talking about the aged and animal health, learn something new, search what is happening in this space, and that is how you are going to be helped. I don't want to talk so much. She's even notifying me. I don't want to talk so much. But as I've said, Calro also, they offer some of those voluntary or what do they call them? Internship opportunities. But in most cases, they are not paid. If you are lucky to get paid, probably there's a project and it's not much. That's something maybe to buy you food and maybe your transport back home. Just embrace it. Just embrace it because you never know what will come after that. I think you'll allow me to stop here. So if you have any questions, feel free to grab me, or if I get any information I think I'll be able to share with Maureen. I'm reluctant to give my number because I don't want munisalimie. Because nyinyi munasalimia watu sana. So mimi sitaki kusalimiwa. I want to keep my professional space, and yes, we can discuss profession and how we can grow, but mambo mengine, I think we will leave it. I've also taught around 6 years in Masinde Muliro University before I left Kakamega. I've taught at Mount Kenya University. So I know students, I know who they are. I look at you and I will tell who you are. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. How many?
Animal science or animal health, you had told me you have 5 students, huh? So depending on what I have seen, IT and civil students, because the person that is going to supervise you is a no-nonsense person. That is where we are in research. He's a no-nonsense person, and I don't want to sugarcoat. Yes. So maybe the 5 of them will go to Naivasha or not. It will depend. In Calgary, we have so many institutes, so it will depend what you are interested in. Maybe I just need to know. We have sheep, we have camel, we have dairy, we have beef, we have non-ruminant, which is poultry, all that. So let's interact and see. Thank you.
So can you clap for the 5 animal science people? So very right, those ones are on the picture. Oh, sasa IT skills hizo zitawakosa. So tawaambia kwenye huko mkuje muonekane kikuoni huko kama whether you are serious person and then you be told what to do. So for that, can you clap for the 5 animal science students? And you need how many animal science students we have in the Pokoro, and here we have we have 5. That is the information got from the dean. And therefore, they are number 2 for being lucky today that there are positions which are there for them. It is for them to take them or not. So, mkienda kwenye nitawaambia mtaenda kutukuta. Let's have the next person declaring. That is Jerry, and you are Vijeni hapa mdeclare kujua ni position za area gani ili hao watu wako huko wajipange pange. Mimi Maureen sijui wanadeclare hivi sasa sikuja ati Maureen naona alikuwa na choose watu. Mimi ni opportunity for all of you. The lucky one, I will take you congratulations.
Hello. Yes, for me, what I do is I'm in the HR space. So at my place, I can offer an internship for one person, but I can support others to link them to other employers. So HR space, our maybe accounting.
Kwani hakuna mtu wa media hapa bana tu apply.
Yeah. So I have explained to him that we have VICO, where we have accounting option, business management option, and also it is where we have human resource. So you can have the CVs, atasema ataselect 10, atajua ni mwenye naweka kwake, hao wengine ataona wenye atafanya nini, atawaweka. Lakini wakienda kuonekana wenye atawaweka, kama kuna mtu ako nayo hapo instantly, ni pia we will consider the ones who are having here instantly na wenye wanaenda kwenye watawekwa. At the end of the day, tutakuwa na wao pending. Sivyo? Lakini ukijua wewe unaenda kuonekana kwenye utawekwa. So those are 10 from the area of Faculty of Business. You are lucky. Can you clap for the Faculty of Business students? Yeah, so hii Kipange mjipresent vizuri. Now, so Faculty of Business, kuna blink wako sote.
Good afternoon. Kumechemka, ndio? Okay, so sales and marketing. We'll get one person from sales and marketing. We'll get one person from accounting. One person from admin in School of Business. And BA Kiswahili. Sina yet for BA Kiswahili, but I will something. And when I say I will get you something, I mean even a freelance job. I don't know whether BA Kiswahili here wanafanyanga translation and interpretation. You do? So I might not get you an for BA Kiswahili, but I will get you gigs for translation, interpretation, online. Kwa hivyo zile tulisema za digital literacy zikuwe wapi? Zikuwe handy. Sawa sawa. And I can also get one person for BA General Studies. I do not have that one yet, but tutatafuta internship. One, just one. Na mimi nitataka mtu ajitetee. I like seeing, then I believe. So I want to see. If you're telling me you have good communication skills, I want to see you communicate well. Si kwa karatasi, unaonanga ile mimi ya inakuwa kwela kwa pressure deliver board mazuri. Najua. So I want to see them, eh? So I want to prepare. Sawa? Thank you.
Now, hey, hawa watu wa business wakia mkombele. Na huyu admin. Admin is still coming from the business. Ama admin kama mimi nimefanya English naweza kuwa na admin. Business and na watu economics na wako. Kwa hivyo na sisi tulisema wale wako ni wanakuwa na mti. Wale walienda mbali shauria simtawaambia. Yeah, mwambie. So now we have positions here. Na yeye after apply, you have to come here and present yourself. We are going to have ili akuone hataki kupeleka mtu mwenye anatoa ori ni nani yumetuletea. So umesikia one position of sales and marketing. Hapo tuko sawa? Haya, we have another position for accounting. Ni two. And middle nimeandika number 2. We have another one for admin assistant. Admin assistant. We have another one for BA Kiswahili. Nieleze vizuri. And then we have another one BA General. Hii BA General hajasema wewe ni wa Kiswahili, wewe ni mathematics. Bora wewe unapelekea hapo inasema BA General. So now we have BA General Kiswahili and whatever we have BA General Psychology and the BA really General. So today these are the last ones, eh? Kuna mtu amebaki bila kudeclare? Education anasema naenda kuwapanga. Anawapanga nini wote hapa. Kwa hiyo sasa kuna already can hear that the faculty of business is sorted, the fleet is sorted, and then humanity. Nimesema humanity hiyo ya haki iko hapo, na pia humanity pia kuna yule speaker alikuwa akuje leo mambo ya kutoka Kipro Institute of Statistics. Nimeona watu wa actual science wako hapa pamoja na watu wa economics and statistics. Mtu mwenye alikuwa anakuja kudia na watu wa statistics na mathematics atakuja on Friday. Leo kuonekana mimi nikasema God is good because those students were not here, were not there. Then ni gani wengine nimeacha nimesema wako na chuo itaguza huko. At least wamejaribu, sivyo? Wamejaribu. So can you clap for our speakers and again for the opportunities which are there. And now as we wait for entertainment, we have some people to entertain us. As entertainers, if you see that you are lucky to be among those who have been mentioned, can you be dropping your application hapa? His application, kama wamesikia kwa mahali kuwili, tunaona huyu mwenye wa accounting. Tumesema kuna accounting tano hapa, zingine zinaonekana huko 10. So you can drop hapa, na drop huko kwingine, lakini ukijua hapa ni moja, huko kwingine ndiko kuna 10. You hear me? Am I talking to the market business? Tumesikizana? Haya, you can start now to apply what you have been taught. Sasa the marketing, umenisikia? Haya, you drop your application there because of are going to call you for interview. Then administrative assistant. Umesikia? Drop your application, Kamori. Then we have VA Kiswahili. Drop your application here. Then we have VA, drop your application there. Then for human resources, animal science. Can you drop yours there? And again, maybe kuna mtu wa JED, anaweza kuwa hao wenye animal science are not expressing themselves very well. Na unaona mimi nafanya nini? Naweza. Si hata wewe uchangamke. Haya, watu wa JED. Sawa, lakini wengine wala wako kwa education, that's all. Now I'm going to tell you where you'll be after some short entertainment and we wait for those applications there. And then I will allow for the question. Education. Dr. Kiruga first. Education watabaki kwa item. Na hiyo wanaendelea kuongea mwenye wa kufanya application kuna some minutes zenye tunakuja hapa kufanya hizo. Then we have the market of business. Mkiwa mna smile because mko opportunities nyingi yenu. Ili mtusipigie kelele kwa sababu ya you are very happy, mtakuwa pako na watu wa business hiyo kona ya mwisho huko ndiko mtakuwa. Then wengine ni watu wa clean clean also you are the lucky one also. Mwende kwa ile kona yenye koko. Then hebu tusikazike watu wa effect. It is only that your speaker is on the way coming with opportunities for IT. Wana ni wache msitoke hapa mmenuna morini yani IT sisi watu wa AI wangetuona. Inaonekana sana. Hapo na hizo ndio hapa ili nimwambia five minimum. Kwa hivyo na ananiambia sasa hivi tumeongea lazima alikuwa na approach Marimanti. Akikuja kwa nao kaeni hapo kwa michango ili msimweke. Tukimwona tukisikia hao wako na sinapo ndipo kuna watu wengi wapenda kuona kama hata kuna stima. Kwa hivyo sasa those students effect mkaya hapo. The speaker is on the way na amebeba. By the time we declare hapa atakuja kuambia the positions zenye ziko hapo nazo then you apply. Na nimeacha humanities. Humanities the speaker did not come today because atakuja Friday because kuna kiniko. Lakini ukiona kuna mahali unaweza jifix on those departments go there and listen please. And hapo wale wako kwa side education kujeni hapo wale wako side ya JED wende hapo wale wako na side ya IT and then hapo then on Friday we will have to organize between 11 and 1 for the faculty of humanities and also the actuarial science in effect because I wanted those data analytics when you're looking at mathematics. Na hiyo siku ukisikia wewe unafanya mathematics education na unataka kusikiza venye wanaambiwa is there something for statistical options you can also come. And as we wait for that, let's have some entertainment. I will now give Morris to tell us who are going to entertain us. Please, those who are applying, you have like 15 minutes. Sai tuko tangapi? Sai tuko 10:34. By 12:50, you may submit your application so that I can have some time kidogo tu ya kusoma those applications. Na by the time hao wengine nawapatia 1 hour, by the time malize congregation na respective faculties, tutakuwa tumesema ni watu wamepewa kazi. Hebu tusikie maswali. Uliza.
My question is, the applications, are we doing them in a written material or we are doing a soft copy?
My other question is, what of those students who are certified, for example, in digital marketing and any other certification, where they wataenda wapi? Ukisikia wewe unaweza fanya hiyo ya marketing, usijieleze hapo. Nakuja. Kama sema yeye atafuta kuandika, anawaita. When a job is advertised in that faculty, we are not in the faculty. Sijasema faculty. Nimesema unaongea marketing. Sivyo? Wewe ukijieleza ukienda ukionekana you can make it. So, and then nimesema tunakuja entertainment as we go to the respective faculties. Wale wameapply, mtakuwa mnamjua ili unaendelea kwenda kwenye huko. So, mna apply aje? Yeah, today you can even use that section. Tumeambiwa CV ni amini application one page. Then yeye anakuja tu, wanakuja hapa nitaona ukiapply, I'm going to have people assist them to see on how we are going to do that. So, lakini let us have entertainment for only. Hebu kidogo. Ni kama huyo mwingine amefika, lakini wacha tukiwe na entertainment mpaka 12 for 5 minutes. And then now to discuss, to the budget.
Entertain sana.
Question.
Yes, I have a question here.
Yeah.
I'm a student in education arts, specializing in math and business. So I was asking on behalf of my fellow students, can we apply for the business? But because he has mentioned about accounting.
Amesema nataka accounting.
Yes, we have been doing accounting since from past year.
Umesikia date ana accountant anatakikana. Sawa? Mjieleze. Kwani nyinyi hamkusomeshwa venye mliambiwa? Ukisikia the position is for the marketer. Ni wewe ujipange, na kama wewe utaweza hiyo kazi unafanya nini? Unaandika. Unajua nataka nianze kurecruit na mimi na recruit. Hebu sikiza hapa. Tumeambiwa tunataka a marketer. Si ndio kumeambiwa? Akasema nataka a human resource person. Sasa ni wewe na CV yako na application na kujiexpress ili uone whether you are fit for that position, and if we need serious people. Sasa mapeva hapo mimi Maureen siko. Simeniona siko kando. So please apply. Tuko sawa? Nani mwingine? Hata si mimi nitakuwa na sort. Kwa hivyo kiniambia Maureen, unaona mimi vile nilikuwa smart ama nilikuja mapema na kuona. Lakini enda uonekane. Tumepatana. Have a piece of paper. Kama una time ya kutype, kama uko na type, wewe jipange within 15 minutes, wakati wengine wanaongeleshwa hapo ulete hizi vitu. Si niko clear? Haya. Hata tuko na huyo mwingine anakuja hapa, lakini wacha tukue entertained. Ataanza na kudeclare the position niambie as we go there. Last question, hebu tuulize last question tukisikiza. The Faith namuona ni hivi hapa. Kwa hivyo your last question, can you keep it will be entertained? After entertainment, then we have Faith, and then after that question. So that was what we are doing. Okay.
DJ Kanyaga.
Songa karibu, signal and speak you bwana tafadhali.
Good afternoon. Hello. Like for leo mnaongelelea department zote, kwa clean as just ya mali tunataja. Hivi ndio mnatusahau. Tunafanya hospitality, please recognize us hata kama tuko kidogo. Thank you.
Sawa. Gosh. Yes, asante sana. Nataka dancers tafadhali, because your time dancers for the years for the years salimia mwenzako, mwambie asante kwa sababu ya kukuja. Mpatia high haya dancers anakalaka tafadhali kwa sababu ya time. Just 2 minutes dancers. Appreciate, wapigeni makofi wanapokuja dancers, alafu tutaendelea. Dancers 2 minutes peke yake juu ya time, tutaendelea to save time. Naona speakers wetu wako ready.